Are you interested in checking out some abstract art while enjoying a little snack? Well, you can kill two birds with one stone at Burlington's James Beard-nominated Haymaker Bun Company. Inside the bakery, there are blobs in abundance. Vermont artist Andrew Dudka is showing more than 50 of his pieces. Organic shapes and bright colors will decorate the walls for the foreseeable future. Some prints and sculptures are available to buy. They're all about blobs.
It's a colloquial reference to, soft, rounded forms that we all know and make easily sometimes when we're doodling and our minds drifting off. It's how I found my path to art, was just exploring these forms almost as a comfort to myself more than even trying to express anything. And blobs just seemed like the most understandable way for everyone to kind of get what's going on.
Haymaker Bun Company started in Middlebury. Their expansion to Burlington marks their expanded mission in supporting local artists. Dudka says the art will be up for at least the next 6 months.